doing today? All right. So I'm just making sure that we're all going to be able to connect together and really work on stretching out and easing some of those shoulder tensions. I know for me, this is definitely a big one. My right shoulder. It's my right shoulder that gets me all the time. So how many of you were here with me yesterday and got some good tips for easing everything in your low back? I know those stretches make a difference for me. I'm the one that stretches every morning in bed before I even get up. So, all right. So today we are going to be easing shoulder aches and pains. And this information, again, has come to me through 25 years of being a massage therapist and having some very, very specific training in postural rebalancing. So some of these tips are directly from that. All right. So if you're here, let me know, how many of you are here, what we've got going on, okay? That's always super helpful for me so that I can gear some of this information more for you. All right, so we're going to get into this now of stretching for your shoulders and just tips of what to do. The first, and I always mention this one, is breathing into your belly and into your low back. The reason for that is it does help to expand out your hips and low back. Perfect for that. What that also does is gives it a really good baseline for your whole entire spine. And since your head is connected onto your spine, as are your shoulders, if we have posture that's like this, what you're really doing is putting the equivalent of a small bowling ball weight onto just a small piece of wood. And normally what happens is it bends and then it breaks and hurts. Okay. So for us, that's where we get that pain from. So the idea is to have a good, strong, solid baseline with your hips and breathing into that. Two, and it looks like I'm kind of getting kicked off a little bit here. Hope that I'm not and that everything's good for you guys with it. But it helps to set up that that good straight inline posture. So what you'll do with that is, again, all right, sorry, looks like I'm getting lots of crazy messages here. So hopefully everything is getting recorded well enough for you guys. So hope that you can hear me, and I will keep checking up with this. So posture straight, breathe into your low back and into your belly for that strong support of your spine and hips. And then envision that there is a board keeping your spine straight, just for keeping it erect, or that you have a string or something pulling your head upright so that you are well supported. Okay, so that is first and foremost with all of these. Other one is going to be rolling your shoulders forward and back. And these are very, very slow, very light. You don't have to force it, anything like that. It will make a difference for you just to get that movement going. And all of these, always keep your jaw as relaxed as possible. Okay, so roll them forward, taking that deep breath, relaxing, rolling them backward. And for me, this is where I feel it. And for most people that are working on computers or anything where your hands are in front of you, we're always like this. So we need to roll everything back a bit more. So just a bit more with the musculature through here and breathing into your low back. That will actually help expand your lung capacity even more and take off the pressure from the smaller muscles that are in between your rib cage and lifting them. So if you can see, let me move this just a bit. If I take a deep breath into my belly, it is far more expansive down lower. If I am always breathing up here, then I'm using my shoulder muscles to get that work done. And then we're just kind of working with your body to expand even more so that you're not constantly doing this type of breath. If your shoulders hurt, let's take some of that pressure off. Okay, so that's where that goes hand in hand, and that of also of releasing that tension in your shoulders as well. So rolling them forward, and then again rolling them backward, and getting that breath down low for you. Okay. The next one is just a shoulder roll and kind of a lift and a drop with that. This is one that you really need to allow to happen. Don't force this one at all. Allow it to come about. So you're going to lift your shoulders up to your ears, and then you allow them to drop. And you can see mine kind of bounce. And that's the idea of what we want, is to lift them up and then let them drop. And then you can go back to doing rolling them forward again and rolling them back, because they will continue to release. It's a compounding effect that will happen. So that is lifting them up and allowing them to drop, and really just doing this a couple different times, doing it throughout the day as well will make a big difference. The main key with this is allowing. You're not pushing them up and down. That's what it looks like when you push them up and then push them down. Nope, lift them up, allow them to drop. Okay, so do that, do that process 4 or 5 times, each time, each session that you do it, and then do it, morning, noon, and night, that type of thing. That would be a really good routine to help release all of this. Now, the other big part with it, and you've probably been able to kind of see me getting into this a bit more in myself. Again, I did not stretch much this morning so that I could really show you so you could see what it looks like. So with this, release your jaw, and you can feel, where the hinge in here. You don't have to poke hard, just kind of put your fingers there and feel it, and then release your jaw. And I kind of call it that zombie look. Just let it hang. Doesn't always look pretty. Who cares? It's beneficial for you. Okay, so release your jaw, and then lift your shoulders and allow them to drop. And you'll find that will release even more the musculature all through here. Because you got some that connect. You can see mine, they're connecting all the way up through there, right? So the more you release your jaw, the more you're going to be helping your shoulders as well. So allow it to hang. Okay. More with your jaw. Find that hinge point just a little bit. Again, don't poke on it, but just find it. And then work on opening and closing your jaw just a bit. Okay. I personally, it's easier for me to do it full finger with all my fingers. Okay. Big difference. So how's everyone going with this information? I'm starting to see a little bit of messages come through. So thank you for everyone that's here. Thanks, Ron. It's always good to see you. And okay. Yeah, let me know if you're still here. Let me know what's going on. Let me know more of where you're hurting in your shoulders, and that will make a difference as to where we go with some of this as well. Okay, so we've been just dropping our jaw, dropping the pressure in our jaw as well, allowing that to hang, and allowing our shoulders to roll and to release as well. We already hit a bit on that full posture and why it's important to breathe into our belly and into our low back, because that sets up that framework for our spine, for the muscles of our spine to release and to have a good baseline and a good resting point for them. It also pushes down our diaphragm, which helps to open up our lung capacity even more. So then when we're breathing, we're not using our shoulders and the little muscles in here that get all sore with breathing. So we're just baseline establishing more opportunity for breath to come in, which releases the tensions in our shoulders as well. So with this postural aspect where you're breathing, envisioning a string, holding your head up comfortably on your spine, releasing the tension in your jaw, that will all make a really, really big difference for you. Okay, so releasing jaw. Yes, very, very good one. Now, some stretches to do with this. Keep your jaw released, because you can see, look, I'll just show you. Who wants to have a super tight jaw? And if you want to pull in, vanity into it, who wants all the tension and those stress muscles and wrinkles that can occur from that? Well, I do agree that aging with grace is beautiful, but we don't have to make things worse by being stressed out all the time. Okay, so next ones, and I do want you to be really careful with these. If you have any problems, any injuries, then be extra careful with this, okay? So left side of neck and into the shoulder today is one message we've got. Thanks, Ron. So left side, and this is where you're going to want to be really careful with these stretches. It's a matter of allowing your head to go naturally to the right, and this will help with the left side. So this is the side we're working. Just allow it to gently go as far as it can. Okay? And that's it. And then take that deep breath into your low back and belly. And then release even more. And you'll feel, and you can see mine is going even further. The more I just allow my body to elongate. Now, I see so many people that want to rotate their head completely around right here. I have a different outlook on that, and I think that you do not want to be taking it further than what your spinal processes and all the bony points that can get stuck. Do not take your muscles past that. So 1/4 of an inch forward, 1/4 of an inch back. That's the rolling. That's it. More of it with this is to keep your spine still straight. Don't sink into it. If I were to sink into this stretch, this is what I'd be looking like, and I'd be raising my shoulder. Nope. Elongation, support in the back of your neck, and then just allowing it to slowly, gently go to the side, as that will help here. Now, you can do slight shoulder rolls with the left-hand side. Move your arm just a bit, but do not be rotating back and forth with your head. If I were doing that, this is what my head would look like. Do not do that, okay? You can pull in jaw releasing just a little bit, nothing major through there. The more that you breathe, the more that you release into this, the more of a stretch you will get. Okay? So it's the same thing on the other side. Taking those deep breaths, having that posture erect, yet soft and comfortable. There we go. Seeing how mine is just kind of releasing even more. And for me, it's, it's my right shoulder. It just is. I'm right hand dominant. I've been working on others for 25 years, and this is where I feel it. Okay, so I am not going to push my stretch in here. I'm going to allow it to happen. I'm going to release my jaw even more. And if you feel it catching in one certain point, just ease it. Don't push it. Ease. Allow that to happen. Thanks for tagging your friends in here too. Hopefully this will all be recorded so they can come back to it again and again. Okay, who's feeling that big time? I just felt a big stretch in there right now. That was a good one for me. And again, all I did with this was to allow it to happen and to sit and to be with my body, to connect in that way with it. So any of you that have been with my meditations as well, this is what you can do during them. Okay, I want to do this. I want to connect with my body, but my shoulders hurt. Well, sit and move with the meditations and allow this to happen. Okay? Super important. Allow, be kind to your body. Do it that way. I'm a firm believer in the more that you allow it, the more that it will just naturally come that way. Okay? And you're not going to be causing more injuries. Okay, a big, huge one that I see all the time with people, and I'm hoping that I can get all of this shown to you well enough. Okay, so you can see my mid-trap right here, okay? Most people, they hurt up here, so I see them, they rub and do this. Okay, this muscle from your mid-trap goes up, head, neck, down through here, essentially, okay? That's and out into your shoulder. So when you pull that muscle forward, you are continuing to pull it further out of its most direct line of how it wants to work properly. Okay, so you're pulling it out of this out of its spacing, basically. So what you do, instead of reaching all the way back here and doing this all the time, okay, see mine, it's probably all nice and red right now from being poked at. You just kind of get in the front portion of that, and you'll feel, a lot of times you can feel the top part of your scapula, you feel other muscles in there. Find that space, and I'll get closer here again so you can see that space. See how I'm in front of that whole muscle? That is where you want to be. Don't poke. Slight amount of pressure in there, absolutely. And then rotate your shoulder. So I'm on my right shoulder here. It's my left hand that's got that space in that muscle. Move it forward. Move it backward, lift it up, and allow it to drop. Don't use so much pressure that you're hurting your right arm at all. Or sorry, your left arm. Kind of got confused as to my right and left. Okay, but super important. So you can see, I'll show you again. Okay. And this one, I see it so often with my clients, and it's such a habitual thing for everyone to pull it forward. And if you can retrain yourself on this one thing, you will find a difference. Absolutely. You will find a difference. Okay. This one is so important to retrain your body on. And anyone that's local, apparently I can start working tomorrow and seeing people. So we'll talk, set up appointments with me. You can just come in for a consult. If you're not close by, then I'm more than happy to do like a Skype call or any of the other myriad of things, FaceTime, anything like that, so that I can help guide you with you very specifically on where that is. This one is extremely important to do. Okay, so I don't know what to call that one, but other than the hand on shoulder rub, I don't know. But we'll figure out a good name. If you have a really good name for what that is, let me know, and I'm going to start to use it, okay? So finally, what I want to show, and this one's going to be another one that I have to get up close for. It's an ear pull or an ear relaxation, okay? And first thing what you want to always keep in mind is you need to keep your ear in its natural position, and which is more parallel with your head, okay? And think of a wagon wheel spoke, how you've got that center point and then you've got wagon wheels, spokes that come out from each side of it, okay? From all aspects with it. Yeah, so kind of like that. So that's the idea of what you're going to be visualizing in your head when you do this one. And I'll show you. And this one is amazing to do with releasing the tension in your jaw. Okay. So you're going to, I'm just making sure that you can see me in here. You're going to gently pull up. I personally find this one is best done when you're in bed. It's easiest to do. You don't have to hold your arm up so much. You can just kind of let everything flop back and totally chill out like that. Okay, but oops, I'll show you this way. Okay, and it's very, very gentle. Pull in. I'm just trying to keep my posture straight here as I'm getting up so close to the camera for you here. But move your shoulders, release, go back to where we started. Release your jaw, spine straight. And if you're laying down in bed, it really is easy to just kind of have, I'm just going to pretend right now. So pretend along with me, okay, that I'm laying down in bed. I'm totally relaxed. My arms are supported here. I'm going to take a couple more deep breaths before I get up. And I'm just going to wagon wheel, pull gently on my ears in all directions. I'm going to release the tension in my jaw. Okay. And you can go here. See, I'm on the, can you see? Yeah, front part. You can just work. They're all little itty bitty muscles. I feel it's your body. Notice how it feels good. Okay. So work all through there. So, bunch of information, a lot of this kind of stuff, some half and half of this. Half I would suggest just doing in bed before you get up in the morning. It's a great way to wake up. Very enlivening as well. Anyone that has been with me for the Qigong activating Qi, it's a good time to, you know how we did like that Spock move on either side and you go back and forth. Great way to wake up. Okay. Yeah, I think you can see. There you go. So we're like this. Okay. Just go back and forth, all in there. So add that into it as well. It's a great way to activate Qi. Along with that ear pull. Okay, so those are great ones to do in bed. The rest, do them throughout your day. Okay. Another big one for all of this, and I know we hit on this yesterday as well with the low back and with the psoas muscle. Psoas muscle, as a reminder, I've been told it's the first muscle in your body that will show dehydration. So drink water. That's what that means. Drink water. My suggestion for how much is take your body weight, divide that in half, put that number into ounces and drink that amount a day. But you have to work with your own body and how that works best for you. So if I don't have any more questions, I know we covered quite a bit today again. So thanks for being here. If you have a quick question, pop that into the comments. Feel free to share any of these videos with your family and friends. And beyond that, go be the amazing humans that you are. And here's to you finding your inner sunshine, and go and be with love and be the awesome people you are. So I'm going to go. Have a wonderful day. Much love. Bye.